My name is Emma, and I'm an audio learner. Today, I'm going to walk you through my favorite ways to access the Caring Across Cultures materials in an audio fashion, and this is learning that you can transfer to any online website or PDF.
For the read aloud, and it should come up. Then I'm going to click Add to Chrome and Add Extension. Super easy. Um, and then up here in where it says extensions, I'm just going to hit the little push pin icon so that I can always see this megaphone icon. The other extension that I'm going to recommend is Natural Reader. So what I like a little bit less about Natural Reader is that they have a premium version and they tend to recommend voices and kind of end up making you want to pay for something, which is an awesome product if that's in your budget. But it's just a little bit less easy to use the free version on this one. Nevertheless, it's an awesome resource. So we're going to add this one to Chrome as well, so I can show you how that works. The last thing we're going to download is actually a desktop program. Um, I've always called this Blabaloka. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but this is a great site to download it from. I'm going to click on download Blabaloka. Um, then I click here and I'm going to open this zip file that it downloaded. And the only thing you really need to click on is the setup application. I'm just going to double click on that. And that should load. Yes, I will allow this to make changes to my computer. Um, and now it's giving me an error because I actually already have this downloaded onto my computer. But in your case, that's just going to open a setup wizard like you've probably seen before. We're going to use some of these resources that we've just installed to access different kinds of content around the Caring Across Cultures course. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this is going to work great anywhere around the web. So I'm going to start by clicking on Read Aloud, which I pinned. And you can see as soon as I click on it, it starts to read to me. Now, if you're an audio learner like me, you might notice this is a little bit slow. I don't feel like this has great resources to speed it up. So that's why I recommend Blabaloka if you like listening to things at a quick speed as an audio learner. So in this case, you would just kind of hit Control A, which selects everything. And if you or a particular section is kind of text heavy that you want some help reading, you're going to open your Blabaloka extension or program. And this guy does take a minute to open it. And then you're going to hit Control V. Oops, I selected everything and forgot to copy it. So Control A, Control C. You can also right click and hit copy. And then you open it up in Blabaloka. I don't know why that's appeared on me. Then you open it up in Blabaloka and you hit Control V. Now this is going to help you read through the content on the page. What I will say is that I noticed that it captured some things at the top that I don't really want to read, so I can put my cursor where I want to start reading, and then I just hit the green play icon. Now it starts reading to me, and I can adjust the rate right here to read a little bit faster, which is how I like to consume content. So the next thing we're going to cover is how to access one of our PDF things using an audio learner plugin. So I'm going to begin with one of these links. This is a PDF like any of the others on our site. And I'm going to click the Read Aloud program plugin. And you'll notice it's still reading the last thing it was reading to me. So I just need to hit stop. And then I need to hit play. And it'll start reading the correct page that I'm currently on. Natural Reader, which I also installed, is an alternate option to do this. it just doesn't really like PDFs. So it's a great resource to view a web page, and I'm going to show you how to copy paste things into it. But I tend to prefer the Read Aloud Reader for that version. So these courses, because they're super interactive, don't work great with any of these Chrome plugins. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to open up a tab for Natural Reader. So I'm just going to search Natural Reader, no Chrome extension, just plain Natural Reader, and go to the home on their site. Get started, personal. Then going to go ahead and select kind of a neutral voice reader and click for personal use. Now I'm going to Control A, and that selects everything, and backspace it. This is an area now where I can copy paste things to read to me. So if you are in our course, like an overview of direct care work, you can kind of find some of these text-heavy locations and you can copy them in. So what I tend to do is I tend to just kind of scroll through a page and I say, oh, that's fine. I'll kind of just interact with that. Then I'm gonna add this in there, Control V, paste that in. I'll interact with that. And then on this page, there's not a ton of text heavy stuff. So what I would do if I was interacting with the course as an audio learner is that I would hit play here and I would start listening to this as I actually click through some of the other things on my tab here. There's some other places that are a little bit more text heavy, and some that already have videos embedded. So here I might highlight some of this content. Again, I can use my Control A shortcut to grab all of the content, which is a really quick way to do so. And then say I'm done reading this, I can just backspace it, Control V, and that would let me. Control A is to select all of it, Control C is to copy it, and Control V is to paste it. So I forgot to hit Control C here to get all of this content from this page. So I Control A, select all of it. I backspace this out, Control V, and it looks like right here is where I want to start reading. So then I'm going to hit plus here, and all of a sudden I can start listening to this content and get some of the written content around these videos in a way that's really audio first. So for accessing the courses, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to do basically exactly the same thing in this software plugin. So I still, on my clipboard on my computer, have all of the content of this page copied. And I'm waiting for this plugin to load. And in here where it gives me a text thing, I can just hit Control V. I want to start reading here. So I'll put my cursor there. I'll hit play and I will increase my rate, which is how I like to listen to things. So there you go. Tons of options for listening to different content. To quickly recap what I recommended at a minimum that you install the Read Aloud plugin. This works great for the web page and for PDFs. And then that you either bookmark naturalreaders.com/online, or that you download the BlaBlaLoca plugin software program. And to access our course lessons, you copy the text you'd like read aloud to you, and you paste them either into the Natural Reader plugin or into BlaBlaLoca. I hope that's helpful.